Welcome to the War on Wellness. I am your host, Penny McPherson, and I'm here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I am here on Facebook and on YouTube now. So let me know where you're watching from. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, give me a hello, give me a shout out. I hope that everything is going well for you. And even if it's not, keep pushing forward. Martin Luther King says that we should keep pushing forward no matter what else happens in our lives. So wonderful. I see that we have people watching from Facebook. I have my Facebook group here. I have my Facebook page and my personal page. So hello to all of my friends on all of the channels. Hey, TJ, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Alex, great to see you as well. Thank you guys for joining. So today we're talking about a subject that is, well, I would just say full transparency. If I am not on my plan, then it will show up in my face. Okay. Meaning that my face will tell on me. So I said when I was getting ready for this broadcast that, okay, well, I've been dealing with a zit on my face previous to this broadcast. Should I cover it up with something, or am I just going to let it be? And I'm just going to let it be. So this is my face as it is. Yes. And there it is. There is the evidence that I did not treat my gut well as I should have. And so, hey, I am plant-based Penny, not perfect-based Penny. So therefore, I learn from my mistakes and don't repeat them so that you too can look, live, and feel well. But so we're talking today about fighting ugly acne. And I want to say, first of all, that I am not calling anybody ugly. Okay? I am not saying that people are ugly because of anything. I am saying that the eruptions that occur on our skin are things that, because of things that are present in our gut. And so we can prevent those abnormalities from occurring in most people. So in most people, there is something that we can do to help prevent that. And so I had the wonderful, blessed opportunity to travel to Singapore. And in Singapore, they believe in a lot of the ancient Chinese or traditional medicine is how they describe it. And I had the opportunity, if you ever go to Singapore, go to the Genesis Vegan Restaurant. Absolutely wonderful food, lovely people. Hello, Lay. Anyway, so what I learned from being there was many things. And one of the things in ancient Chinese medicine is that they attach where your breakout occurs on your face to your different organ systems. And so if you have a breakout on your forehead, then that's your liver talking to you. If it's under your eyes, then it's your kidneys. If it's on your cheekbones, then it's your stomach. And so the different breakouts are connected to the systems in the body. And so that's what you would pay attention to. I don't know if that is the case. I haven't really researched that, but what I do know is that all of the systems that they talked about are all related to our systems that eliminate toxicity from our body. And so our liver works to eliminate toxicity from our body. Our digestive system, our stomach and intestines works to eliminate toxins from our body. Our kidneys, they filter out toxins from our bodies. And so all of that makes sense because if we have breakouts on our face, then we have a challenge going on in our gut and is not able to process the toxicities for most people. So let me know if have you ever heard of the face being connected to the different systems in your body as far as the breakouts? Just say yes or no in the comments. Very curious whether or not anybody's heard about that Chinese function. And so there are three things that we need to do in order to manage our systems better. And so the three things that we need to do. Number one is we need to remove the foods that cause inflammation. Remove the bad, because it doesn't matter how many supplements you take. It doesn't matter how many creams or masks that we put on our face. If we are still putting in our bodies the bad foods, if we're still consuming the things that are bad, then it's going to continue. And so number one is you're going to want to remove the bad foods. The foods that cause inflammation are the refined and hydrogenated oils. And so those are like cooking oils, and they would be the vegetable oil, the soybean oil, the cottonseed, the refined or hydrogenated. And you can look on the back of the bottle, and you will see sapphire, sunflower flower, different ones, and it will tell you on the bottle if it is hydrogenated. And so if it is hydrogenated, then that promotes trans fats in our body, and that is not something that the body tolerates well because it's a foreign substance. So you want to switch to non-hydrogenated oils, like the avocado, the grapeseed, the olive oil. Those are some of the options to use there. And so the other bad food that leads to inflammation, which leads to breakouts on our face, are going to be foods that are high in sugars. And I'm talking about added sugars. I'm not talking about eating a sweet mango or a sweet watermelon or something like that. I am talking about added sugars. And so give me an example of a food that has added sugar in it. Not a fruit or anything that grows, but because there are some fruits that are sweeter than others. I mean, you have grapes that can be really sweet. You have melons that can be really sweet. Strawberries can be really sweet. But give an example of foods that have added sugars in them, and I will let you know if we're probably thinking on the same vein. So the foods that we want to add are the foods that are basically opposite of the foods that are high in sugar or that are refined and processed foods. So we want to add the foods that lower inflammation or do not increase inflammation in our bodies, because inflammation is something that naturally occurs in the body. So it's okay if we have inflammation, because if you're hammering something and you hit your finger, what your body's going to do is going to inflame that particular area to protect it, and so that it can send all of its healing soldiers to that particular area. And so inflammation is necessary in the body. It is necessary in the body, but too much inflammation is what overloads the system and leads to other complications, even diseases. So we wanted to add the good foods, and the good foods are those that are high in vitamin C. And those include fruits, and they include fruits, especially fruits like berries. Now, most of the time when people think of berries, they think of strawberry. So name another berry that we may not think about automatically when we think about berries, because berries are so high in antioxidants. They're so high in the phytonutrients and the nutrients and minerals that our body needs, that we need to include them in our diet. I'm plant-based, Penny, but guess what? I don't like blueberries. I don't like blueberries. I don't know. It's just a thing. I just don't like them. Oh, and look there. I'm sorry. I said I don't like the one that you named, but hey, but I eat them. And so how do I do that? I eat them in my smoothies. So my smoothies have other fruits in them. And so when I blend them up, I'm not just eating blueberries by themselves. Some people, let me know if you're one of them, can just pop blueberries and eat them by themselves. They are wonderful for you. So that's why I do eat them, but I don't eat them alone by themselves. And so it may be the same for you. Kiwis are very high in vitamin C. And so if you, for some reason, can't eat the citrus fruits, which are also high, such as the pineapples, the oranges, those fruits, then a less citrusy or a non-citrus fruit, but also high in vitamin C, is the kiwi and the berries. So make sure that you include those in your diet. And so we want to make sure that we're, one, taking out the bad, that we're adding the good. And the third point is that we want to make sure that we are managing our stress. Yes, managing our stress. My goodness. You would think that might not have such an effect on our skin and our acne and giving us those ugly eruptions in our face. But hey, you know what? Maybe this zit on my face is was caused by stress and not necessarily something I ate. I think maybe a combination of the two, but there are reasons. Dr. Sebi says disease does not come without a cause. Breakouts do not come without a cause on our face. And so we want to manage our stress. What is your favorite stress management technique? Tell me, whether you're watching on the replay or you're watching live, what do you like to do as a stress management technique? One thing that I like to do that I don't do enough of is I love bubble baths. I love to take bubble baths. Hey, Teresa, how are you? So what do you like to do to manage your stress? Very good. TJ likes music. Yes, music is a very good one, an excellent choice as well. And Teresa, yeah, that's a great idea. Walking, it doesn't require a lot of equipment. It doesn't require you to go to a gym necessarily. And so you don't have to have a treadmill, but you can walk on a treadmill. You just walk outside. Such a good suggestion as well. Another one that I've been practicing and it actually saved me when I almost drowned in the ocean was deep breathing exercises. And so deep breathing is very, very key. So Teresa, I met Teresa over in Costa Rica. And so I had I don't know if it's the opportunity, but at one point I almost drowned in the ocean, because sometimes, you can get a surprise wave sometimes, and the Caribbean Sea can be a little feisty. Anyway, so it is necessary. It was necessary for me to be able to stay calm, for me to be able to remember that because I do deep breathing, I could hold my breath for a specific length of time. So all of this is very important. We need to manage our stress, because if we don't, we're going to have many things happen to us. And one of those could be eruptions and breakouts, ugly breakouts on our beautiful skin. And we want to look, live, and feel well, not have the breakouts. An herb that you can use for managing your stress or helping you in that process is ashwagandha. So ashwagandha is very popular now. It's becoming more popular, but that is also an herb. Let me know yes or no in the chat if you've heard of ashwagandha before. But ashwagandha, kind of sort of like it sounds. Don't tempt me to try to spell it right now, but just ask Google or Siri and they can look it up for you as well. So you want to use these techniques. So exercise or listening to music or taking herbs or moving or deep breathing exercises, all of those are helpful with managing the stress. And so how can we have healthier skin? How can we fight the ugly acne? So today we talked about being able to remove the bad foods, and those are the hydrogenated oils, the sugary and the overly processed foods. We talked about adding the foods that fight inflammation in our diet, and that includes foods high in vitamin C, like the citrus fruits or the kiwis, or adding the peppers. Red peppers are high in vitamin C. Many different foods are high in vitamin C. And also managing our stress. So managing our stress is going to be very, very good as well. Okay, very good. So Teresa is saying that she likes the tilo. Oh, I like tilo, the herb. Yes, very good. Find what works for you. Chamomile is another one. There's so many different options that we don't have to suffer through just existing in our life. We want to move from surviving to thriving. Okay. And so make sure that you use those techniques in managing your healthy skin health. And make sure also that you join the Facebook group so that you can find out what is going on. My Facebook group, the name is Plant-Based Penny Life. And I make it really easy because my website is also plantbasedpennylife.com. And so if you need to contact me, hey, we can just chat for 30 minutes. There's no cost whatsoever. Just find out what your health goals are and how I can help you toward those goals. I am Penny, also known as Plant-Based Penny, and I help people look, live, and feel well by helping them move from their problems to their progress. And I thank you for joining me. I'm here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all those of you in my global family. And I will